National Signing Day 2023. We've got a whole lot of ground to cover. Between 5, 6, and 11, you're going to see about 20 schools signing in all total. So enough of this. Let's get right to work, shall we? Starting in Wintersville, Valdosta, VHS, the Wildcats signing 7 today. Congratulations to DeAndre Boykins, who went to Fort Valley State University. Ahmad Denson to Coffeyville Community College. Nehemiah Dennis to Thomas University. Grayson Levy to Valdosta State. TJ Morrison to Reinhardt University. Jalen Whitehead to Clark Atlanta. Shelton Felton on the example these guys have set for his younger class.
It was a great opportunity, and it's showing the young guys that if I do what I'm supposed to, I have an opportunity. That's why we try to bring all the young guys in and show them that this is a big deal. And we'll have some guys that are going to sign academic scholarships. We'll do it with the whole school. So we praise both levels, athletic and academics.
Coming off a great season, you knew Thomas County Central was going to have some guys going to the next level. 6 Jackets, all of which football players. Quincy Clark, TJ Sanders are both headed to the University of Pikeville. Desmond Jones to Division II Clark Atlanta. The Electric Tyler Floyd to Peru State of the NAIA Javian Rebels. And Riley Frezu heading to the Valdosta State Blazers. Coach Justin Rogers on a very successful day.
Education is power, and so we want to use football. We want to use football as an opportunity, and so to see these kids get that chance is great. And it's great for our younger players, because whenever you can see somebody in your class actually go do the dream that you have of being able to play college football, that is very inspiring to those younger players.
Let's head right on down the road to THS. The Bulldogs celebrating 3 young men making their college decisions today. Monleaf Perking, a junior, he's headed to Division III Greensboro College. Evan Wynn headed to Clark Atlanta as well. Good day for CAU. DJ Thurman rounded out things by heading to Gordon State. And sticking in Thomasville, that's where Brookwood started us off at 8 a.m. this morning with 3 athletes. Para-football players, Tyler Cleveland is headed to University of the Cumberlands. Destin Moore is headed to VMI. And one Division I signing for the Warriors, that would be Ava Colley. She's going to Auburn for clay target shooting. Let's keep this wagon train rolling and head on to Florida now, including a handful of kids signing to our Tallahassee universities. Let's start in Gadsden County. A trio of Mighty Jaguars are moving on to the next level. Tamarius Clemens is going to Highland Community College. Savian Kennan is going to Coffeyville Community College. And Cedric Bird is rolling up to the highest of Seven Hills to become a Florida A&M Rattler. Bird says the biggest reason to head on over to Tallahassee, well, that's his old assistant coach at Gadsden and current FAMU recruiting coordinator, Devin Rispus.
It's really Coach Riz. He coached me a while, and Mr. Simmons, he was a great coach. I think the college itself, the atmosphere, yeah, I think I fit. And Coach Riz, he's like another father figure to me. He's been coaching me since 9th grade, and I think me and him got that kind of connection that we can talk about anything.
Today at Maclay, a really cool story. Michael Grant signing as a preferred walk-on to Florida State. And boy, does Garnet Gold run deep in his family. Immediate relatives have been going to the school dating all the way back to the Florida State College for Women. And his grandfather, Don, played quarterback for Florida State's first ever football team in 1947. He threw the first touchdown in program history. Grant excited to continue the legacy.
It means a whole lot. You know, I've been going to games since I was 8 years old, all the home games. So being able to do this and keep my family's tradition going is exactly what I want to do for my next step in college level.
Country roads, take me home. Traylon Ray, you better practice that, because the NFC's can do just about anything athlete in just about every single sport has signed a scholarship to Neil Brown of the West Virginia Mountaineers. Ray says Morgantown just kind of felt right, and WVU is getting an athlete that's excited to go all in on football.
Love it up there. It's a real homey place. Everybody up there, they just treat you like family, and there's some great guys up there, great guys coming in that class with me, so I'm ready to get up there and work. I'm a playmaker, obviously, and he sees a lot of potential. Nobody has actually gotten a full football player out of me just because I play so many sports, so it's going to be scary to see how that turns out.
All right, you know it's always a big signing day at Florida High. 6 football players signing on the dotted line for the Seminoles, an impressive list. Donovan Barnes going to Pensacola to play for D2 Power West Florida. DJ Thomas coincidentally headed to St. Thomas University. Chris Cotton's going to North Alabama at the FCS level. Ryder Popple also heading to the FCS ranks to play at the Citadel. Eli Williams going to Clark Atlanta. There's Clark Atlanta again recruiting out of the Big Bend in South Georgia. And rounding out the list, Tay Young. He's going to play football at Warner University. Popple on why this day was so special and why the Citadel was right for him.
I've wanted to play college football since I was 5 years old, started playing, and now that I'm finally getting an opportunity to do it, it's big time. I mean, I just hear a lot about it. Everybody says it's a great school, and even outside of football, you know, those opportunities, connections, it makes you a better man. So I'm excited about that too.
Finally, 7 Rickards Raiders were one of the first to sign off in the Big Bend. That's Jakari Winters, who's going to South Georgia Technical College. Richard Mack to Wilmington College. David Laws Jr. is going to Wesleyan. Davian Thomas of the University of Ottawa, all the way up to Great White North. Calvante Gilly to North Carolina Wesleyan. Arnell Person to Miles College. Rico Watkins, the big signee of the day, he's headed to East Carolina University. Also had a Vanderbilt and Coastal Carolina hat on his table, but instead he goes to those Purple Pirates in Greenville. Well, I couldn't have all the fun by myself, could I? Dominic Miranda joining us now. Dom, what a busy day.
It's just an easy reminder, just similar to last year, how much talent we have in the Big Bend in South Georgia, and it's always great to celebrate these young men and women continuing on their athletic careers.
21 total schools we were able to get to today for scholarship signing, so let's get right to it. Let's pick back up at the Big Bend, shall we, Dom? And let's start in Southwood at St. John Paul II. 3 Panthers signing football scholarships. Avery Howard's going to North Alabama to be a Lion. Linebacker Markel James is going to MTSU, Middle Tennessee. And DB Ricky Ransom making the short drive to Titletown to Valdosta State. Also, Patty Patterson, JP2's lone female golfer. She signed a D1 scholarship today, heading to Murray State. Patterson and Ransom say their choices were perfect fits.
So there's a new coach this year, and he is absolutely wonderful. I love everything about the school, the facilities, just the school itself. It's a gorgeous campus. I love it's in Murray, Kentucky, and I love that city and that town, and it reminds me a lot of family. So,
in my opinion, I got a good bond with the coaches there. I feel like that would be the best opportunity for me to go to the pros, because I'm looking forward to go to the NFL.
All right, the War Eagles of Wakulla graduating 3 football players to the next level. Starting center Andrew Hunsberger is headed to D3 Waynesburg University in Pennsylvania. Fellow O lineman DeAndre Strong also putting pen to paper. He's heading to South Florida to become a St. Thomas University Bobcat. Third War Eagle not at school today, hosting a separate signing. Linebacker and tight end Todd Williams is heading to FCS Stronghold, Delaware.
A blue hen in War Eagle country. How about that? Up in the woods, it was Chiles signing 7 overall today. Bryce Javac is headed to West Alabama to play baseball. Taylor Bell will play golf right here in town for Mike Rice at FAMU. Meanwhile, football signed a program record 5 guys in the same recruiting cycle. That's Raekwon Smith to Tennessee State, Matthew McQueen to West Florida, Trent Lovett to Coffeyville Community College, Trey Jones and Major Hartman also signing NLIs today. Those 2 acronyms.
Yes, it was going to happen.
But they weren't at the ceremony.
All right, over in Gadsden County, just 1 signee for the Monroe Bobcats, but a really, really good one. Congrats to DJ Johnson as the 2-way star signs to head up to Pittsburgh and play with FCS program Duquesne today. Johnson, quite the skill guy, helping RFM to the 1S Final Four over this past year.
All right, Monticello's where we go, and boy howdy, our area must be the entirety of Clark Atlanta's recruiting
Seriously.
strategy. Because the Panthers signed yet another out of our area in Jefferson County as Javon Petway put pen to paper in the school library today. Thanks, of course, to Coach Lenore's Footman for providing us the pictures. Big day for him. Congratulations.
Big day for him, big day for Clark Atlanta.
So now all the Big Bend in the books. What do you say we move on to South Georgia, shall we?
South Georgia, a great place to be. Let's do it.
Plenty of talent and, of course, plenty of schools to get to. Let's go ahead and start chronologically at our last signing of the day, 3:30 p.m. That's when Lowndes had 4 Vikings putting pen to paper, making their college choices official. Drew Marshall going to D2 Lane College. Andrew Ray is heading to NAIA Reinhardt. And 2 local signees for the Vikings. Ronnie Davis headed to the Rose City to play for the Thomas Nighthawks, while Elijah Colvin staying right there in Titletown, USA to play for the Valdosta State Blazers.
Well, staying in Valdosta is big because it's Titletown. Like, everybody get these big offers and they leave to go play big D1 football, but I just want to stay home and show them that you can make it from being at home.
Love where his head's at. Hey, let's bring that hammer just a little west now to Quitman, where 5 Brooks County Trojans signed their name on the dotted line today. Jeremiah Henderson, Jaden Correa, and Savion Kaysen all signing with Thomas University. Meanwhile, Jamal Sanders, the electric Jamal Sanders, and Kamari Blankency are heading to Fort Valley State.
All right, after a great season, a pair of early county Bobcats heading to the next level. Congrats to Dariante Jackson as the lineman heads to the Gulf South Conference to play for Shorter at the D2 level, while Braylon Foster, the combo linebacker and tight end, is headed off to Faulkner.
This will be my first day, starting a new chapter in life of football, get my family out of Blakely, start something new.
A major impact, on the field and off the field. Both my teammates have both improved me and made me a better player. Coach Harvin, he's one of those guys, who plays a major father figure role in an athlete's life, and I really appreciate him for that.
All right, let's go all the way out to Lanier now, where the Bulldogs had a pair make their dreams come true today, starting with Daniel Cruz, signed with Arkansas Christian College in Little Rock, while Jameer Glenn signed with the Point University Skyhawks out of West Point, Georgia.
All right, Quitman now, never a shortage of signings in Packer country. Today, Sean Calhoun's squad setting 5 guys to the next level. That's Everett Green. He's going to Briar Cliff. Cole Holmes signing with Thomas. Another Thomas Nighthawk signing. Protecting the backyard pretty well. Keyshawn Palmore to Savannah State. Quay McCoy to Louisiana Monroe. And finally, Charlie Pace is going to Atlanta. He's going D1 to be a Georgia State Panther.
Setting the pace. Remember calling his name. Last but never least, we head to Syrup Country, USA. Cairo, where the syrup makers signed 5, including Tyree Kelly, who's going D1 to USF. Excuse me. That was close. Flipping from Coastal Carolina. Again, heading to South Florida. Again, also signing today, Jalen Davis to Georgia Military, Justin Bryant to Warner, and finally, Jacob Manolis and Marion Burden are headed to Gordon State College.